Hello, boys and girls. I wanted to start today by sharing a quote with you. It's early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. It's by Benjamin Franklin. And I was thinking of this because I think it's important that even though we're doing remote learning, that you still get up in the morning just like you would for school. It's important to keep the same schedule. I try to do the same thing. I get all my work done in the morning, and then I have the afternoon to do the things I enjoy. All right, today is going to be a little different. I made my very first PowerPoint. You'll have to let me know what you think. All right, so we are going to be answering close reading questions today with Miss Gianetti. Our objective, students will use the writing organizer to answer close reading questions. All right, we will be using Scholastic News, oopsies, April 27th issue of Scholastic News. Maybe it's this one. Hold on. Yes, April 27th issue of Scholastic News. We will be doing the first article together, and then you will do the second article on your own. All right. Don't fall for a fake. So in a few minutes, I'm going to ask you to press pause, and then you can go on your Scholastic Literacy Pro and pull up the most recent issue, and you can read and or listen to Don't Fall for a Fake. Before you do that, I just want to go over a few of our reading comprehension strategies together. So this says, using our inner voice for comprehension. Comprehension is when you understand something. If I comprehend something, I understand it. If I just read and I have no idea what I'm reading, then that's not really reading because I don't understand. I must comprehend what I'm reading. And in order to understand what I'm reading, there are some strategies we can use. We can make a prediction, look in the dictionary, go slow. That means when you're reading, slow down. Make a connection. Oh, this reminds me of when I look at the picture. Or we have a lot of photographs. We do a lot of photographs. So it's kind of like using our text features. Reread. I often reread. Keep reading. If I don't understand something, I can just keep reading, and then maybe the context clues will help me understand what I'm reading. All right. So I'm going to ask you to press pause so you can listen to the issue and then come back and we will continue. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Boys and girls, we are going to use our writing organizer to help us answer the close reading questions. We will be using, actually let me back up and let's look at that again. So when we have our writing organizer, we have an opening and a closing. So we won't be really doing the opening and closing, however we will be turning the question around. Then we will find our evidence that answers the question, and then we will explain. Okay, so we will be using the same components, the same parts of this. So we'll be doing TTQA, turn the question around, find your evidence to answer the question, and then explain your answer. So here are the questions that we'll be answering together. You can also find these, well, they should be on the Frederick Harris site where you find your third grade assignments. All right. The first question, what is misinformation? Include an example. The second question, what are some reasons people spread hoaxes? And the third question, what is the purpose of the section Stop and Think? Before I do that, it's very important to always read the directions first. Refer to Don't Fall for a Fake to respond to the questions below. Reread the article to find details that support your answers. Remember to write in complete sentences. The directions always say that, and that's why we're doing this. So, our very first question. What is misinformation? Include an example. Turn the question around. What is misinformation? Misinformation is. Now we need to find our evidence. If you look back, you'll see that it says information. Misinformation is information that is incorrect, misleading, or deceptive. An example might include a phony photo on Instagram. So if I'm reading misinformation, incorrect, misleading, I'm noticing that there are some prefixes there. A prefix is added to the beginning of a base word. It changes the meaning of the word. So mis means wrongly. Misinformation is wrong information. To misbehave is to behave wrongly, and to misspell is to spell wrongly. Here, our in means not. If something is incorrect, it is not correct. So let's go back. So once I answer this question, so did I say this? An information that is incorrect, misleading, or deceptive. So that is my evidence. To explain that, an example might include a phony photo on Instagram. So here it says include an example, and that is just explaining my evidence, okay? If I put all that together, what is misinformation? Include an example. Misinformation is information that is incorrect, misleading, or deceptive. An example might include a phony photo on Instagram. The next question is, what are some reasons people spread hoaxes? Turn the question around. People might spread hoaxes. Now find your evidence. If you go back into the article, you will see that it says people might spread hoaxes for fun or to get likes or shares. Other times, misinformation is about important topics, like the government. That's my evidence. Now I need to explain it. The goal of this misinformation is to change what people think and how they vote. So it would look like this. What are some reasons people spread hoaxes? People might spread hoaxes for fun or to get likes or shares. Other times, misinformation is about important topics like the government. The goal of this misinformation is to change what people think and how they vote. Let's look at the third question. What is the purpose of the section Stop and Think? Turn the question around. The purpose of the section Stop and Think is to... Now I need my evidence. In the article, I find my evidence. Explain how you can help in stopping the spread of bad information. Okay, I turn my question around. I found my evidence that tells you what the purpose is. Now I need to explain. Experts say you can do this by being more skeptical of what you see online. So don't believe everything you read. If I put it all together, it looks like this. What is the purpose of the section Stop and Think? The purpose of the section Stop and Think is to explain how you can play a part in stopping the spread of bad information. Experts say you can do this by being more skeptical of what you see online. You should look for the same information in more than one place. Find more than one source. All right. Usually when I teach, it's I do, that's me, and then we do, that's us, and then it's you do, that's you. Well, I can do the I do, and you can do the you do, but the we do is kind of difficult when we're doing remote learning. So maybe you might have to watch this more than once. Just like you have to reread, maybe you have to rewatch this. That can be the we do. We'll do it together. Then you do. When you get to the you do, you will be doing the close reading questions for the second article. The second article is a day in the life of a candidate. So again, you can read this or listen to it and read or read and listen. There you go. And then you can go back and answer the questions just like we did. Turn the question around, find your evidence, and then explain. And that answers the complete question. All right. All right, boys and girls. I will be making another video for your next week writing, and that will also be a little different than this week. So I hope you have a good week, and I do miss you. Bye-bye.